Hey, I am really not good at this. Into the Breach by Halo Scot. This is a dystopian book, young adult. It follows two characters, Julian. Pardon me if I don't say this right. Sira, 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 and they seem to be at two opposite ends of the spectrum. It's kind of when I was reading this book, I was so drawn in by the author. It's so intense. It's kind of like every movie you've ever seen that involves uh, teenagers and intense situations all rolled into one. It's kind of like Divergent, Hunger Games, I Am Number 4, all rolled into one. It's so incredible. I could see this being a movie. Somebody out there needs to pay attention to Halo Scot. This is just it's so intense and so incredible, and it follows them from when they're young. I don't remember like how old they were. Sorry, the details were not so important to me. It was the meat of the book that was important to me, and it follows them as they get older into adulthood, and they're born on opposite ends of the spectrum. One's here, and something brings them together. There may be spoilers, letting you know, but it's like they're so opposite. He is born into a tragic life, unloved, unwanted, basically, a throwaway child. It's sad, sad, sad. But that's his reality. That's his reality. She is born to loving, kind, nurturing parents, and this is after devastation, where the world is basically torn apart by war, and the people when they're born, the season that they're born in determines what their gift will be, whether it's being a mage, being a shifter, being a shield, or healer. And she is a shield, he is a mage, and they're born on the cusp, and they're the most powerful. And they somehow end up coming together in this book, and it's like they're magnetically drawn to each other, and it's so intense. It's almost like the opposite ends of the spectrum, of him being so evil and her being so good, but still they're drawn together, and they come together almost as if they're one. It's like they balance each other out, maybe. I don't know. It's like she sees good in him that he can't see for himself, and it's so incredible, so incredible. There's nothing about this book I didn't love. Nothing about this book I didn't love. I can't recommend it enough. Looking forward to the movie. I'm telling you, this will be a box office hit. They need to make a movie out of this. It's incredible. It's incredible. Halo Scot, you're a genius with this writing. Anxious to see what comes out next. So I urge you to get this book. Get it now. Leave a review. Make sure you tell Halo Scot how you felt about the book. You don't have to leave a long review. You don't have to say, you could Google it. How to leave a review. I do that. I don't follow it. I'm not very good at reviews, obviously, but I am good at saying I loved the book. You need to get it. Need to get it, need to read it, need to leave a review so that somebody else that comes along will see it and say, hey, this must be a pretty good book. Everybody's given it a high rating. It is a really good book. And this Halo Scot needs to be celebrated. So get the book, leave your review. Go to where you bought it and leave a review. The author needs to know, the world needs to know what an amazing book this is. So leave a review so that the word can spread. Just a few words. That's all you have to do. Leave something. I love the book. I left a review. 5 stars. Loved it. Loved the two ends of the spectrum being drawn together and when they meet, and the fantastic things they do and how they seem to lift each other up. It's really a great book. It brings in a little mythology into the works, and I love mythology. And when it's brought into a book, it's just like, wow, look at that. So get the book, leave a review, leave comments below. Sorry, I'm not some really great speaker or something. I'm not. But I'm an avid reader. I love to read. I got on Twitter. Still trying to figure out Twitter. Haven't gotten there yet. But I said I want a book. I want something different, because basically all the books I was reading was all the same, just different names. Characters all did the same thing. They just had a different name than the character in the last book I read. I said, give me something different. Give me something unique. Halo Scot. Promised Halo Scot came through. I said, I want something that's going to blow my mind. It blew my mind. Not ever read anything like it. Don't know if I ever will, unless it comes out of Halo Scot. Halo Scot could top that book. Don't see how. So get the book. I'll put a link to the book under here. So watch for the link for the book. Buy it. Tell your friends about it. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. Tell the world about how great this book is. Can't stress that enough. And stay tuned for more reviews. I know I said the next review was going to be a different book, but maybe reviewing my own books is not such a smart thing. So I'll review the books of the authors that I read, the books that I read. I think the next one I'll probably do may be the Phoenix Project. I have to get the okay from the author first. I'm not going to just throw this stuff up there without their okay. And if you have a great book you want me to read, leave a review, let me know. Send me a message. That's it. If you want to get a hold of me on Twitter, it's TootieHead, at TootieHead. You can send me an email, lyndaniels1986yahoo.com. No, that's not right. Don't send anything there. That's not me. How about lyndaniels1986 at Gmail, not Yahoo. What can I say? I'm old. Thanks for watching.